Would you look what happened?
Good evening. It's April the 9th at 5:02 p.m. Sorry about the delay. And let us please rise for the pledge to the flag.
We need to read it, but just we can.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, I almost ran Phelps over the other night.
Well, we can still read it.
He said
just,
nobody told
right? We'll just decide it later.
Commissioner Riddell.
Here.
Commissioner Moore.
Here.
Commissioner Hung.
Here.
Okay. I'd just like to make a short comment. It's kind of an unusual day. It's the day we all knew would come, the day after the eclipse. And it was truly more impressive than, I was a skeptic, but it was much more impressive than I had ever anticipated. And I have two observations that I'd like to share. One is to know that man is no match for nature in all of God's glory. To see the birds all take to the trees in the middle of the eclipse, and as soon as the sun started to shine again, they all took off all at the same time like it was daybreak every other day when they leave the tree. And so it just occurred to me that Mother Nature has systems that are well established and functioning, and should be a role model for us. Second, as I traveled around and I talked to people, as you know, we were on deck here at the county in case we were needed. Everybody in Lorain County, employers, citizens, educators, students, neighbors, co-workers, visitors, safety forces, government employees, all focused on a singular event with a singular intent. No politics, no prejudices, no hidden agenda. Let's make that a habit. A special recognition to Dave Freeman and the small but powerful staff at Emergency Management for coordinating all of the above, especially the safety forces, to ensure a historical event without incident. Some may say nothing happened anyway, and we made too big a deal out of it. I like to think that it was not an accident. I think we should rack the success up to a first-class preparation under the old adage, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Lorain County shined as bright as the sun. To those who visited our great county, come on back. Thank you.
Okay. Today we have a proclamation in the matter of proclaiming April 15th through the 19th, 2024 as National Work Zone Awareness Week in Lorain County, Ohio. Whereas it is with great reverence that we proudly honor all fallen work zone workers and recognize the safety of those who are currently working on our roads during National Work Zone Awareness Week. And whereas each year National Work Zone Awareness Week aims to promote the safety of the women and men who work to build our infrastructure and make our roads safer for our daily commutes. And whereas construction laborers are often the most vulnerable in the event of a work zone intrusion, and they work tirelessly in the elements, often extreme to improve the infrastructure of the public overall. And whereas since 2019, there have been over 24,000 work zone crashes on Ohio roadways in which workers were present in nearly 40% of their intrusions. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Lorain County, Ohio, that we hereby proclaim April 15th through the 19th, 2024 as National Work Zone Awareness Week. Further be it resolved, Lorain County urges all citizens to pay attention, slow down, and thank all road workers in Lorain County for their service. Witness our signatures this 9th day of April. County Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, Jeff signed in the wrong spots. We gotta get you a new one, Chuck. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't. Yeah,
If you can stick around a little bit, well, afterwards, we'll do some, if you want photos, we'll do that, so.
yeah, and if you, yeah.
Or
Still hold
Friday.
it up.
Or Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to just stick around the end of the meeting, anybody that would like to be part of the photo commemoration of the resolution, we would be glad to do that.
Thanks.
Okay, under resolutions number 1, investments.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Number 3, transfers, there were none. Number 4, advances, repayments, there were none. Number 5, requisitions.
We have 2 pages of requisitions this evening. Page 1. For those that are fans of Michael Stanley, you can see the price of paying for those guys who put the white lines on the highway, $209,000. Page 2.
Number 880, I need to, if we don't mind, can we table that till Friday? I want to talk to county prosecutor in regards to that issue there. That's okay.
Okay, motion to,
We could just hold it till Friday.
we'll just hold it till Friday, so.
So can I make-
Any further discussion on pages 1 and 2?
I'll make a motion to approve pages 1 and 2 with holding number 180 as my motion.
Oh, 880.
880?
Yep.
180?
I'm the guy with the eyesight problem.
Okay, well, I'm catching up to you. So that's my motion.
Second?
Any further discussion?
Yes. I have a question for the county administrator on 857. I know we had quite a bit of discussion in 2023 over Metropolis and the billing with Bobby Ina as our lobbyist. And I know Jeff and I, Administrator Armbruster and I talked about this on a couple of occasions. And he advised me today that he has an update. This is for work that is upcoming in the next 4 months, and he has an update for us on it.
Yes, Bobby Ina and his group, we used Tina Morris as a grant writer. We hired to help us out, not only federally, but within the state. Bobby Ina is lobbyists that have grown fairly, not close to, but from the standpoint is he is very well respected. We're using him for the state capital budget and have used him for access that with the younger people that maybe I don't have, because I'm one of the older guys that have been around. And he's helping us out in the state budget, capital budget, with requests for the Baumhart Road sewers, the radio towers, as well as the jail. Amongst other things, his access as a lobbyist, he sees both sides of the aisle. He's very close to the President of the Senate and the House Speaker, and continues to be so. Bobby was part of our organization, I believe all of 23, and maybe even prior to that. At one time, we used the McCauley Group upstairs. Unfortunately, we didn't use them downstairs, but Bobby actually took over that effort from the standpoint of the county administration and how we use lobbyists down in the state of Ohio to help us out for local funding and any issues we have with the state legislatures.
And Mr. Administrator, I know you and I talked about when he was in the building, you were going to introduce me to him, and just for the public so they know, your meetings have been Zoom. You gave me the dates of the Zoom meeting, so obviously I can't have met him if it was on a Zoom meeting with you. So I am very satisfied with your explanation today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anything?
I would
further?
like to say Bobby Ina he's got a great personality and he does a nice job for us down there. I can tell you that right now.
Is there anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Number 6, travel.
2 pages.
Mm-hmm. Page and a half.
How come they're?
Where are these 0? Oh, date change.
Where's, okay, what's that?
It just says date change. That was it.
Oh,
There's no amount, you're not,
yeah. Date change.
No, oh, that's all it is? Okay.
That's the top one, but.
Motion to approve?
Oh, there's 2 pages.
Well, the second page is,
They're all date changes? Okay.
yep, they're exactly the same as the first page, so.
Second it?
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes,
Number 7, bills, there are none. Number 8, county commissioners may recess an executive session and consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of public employee or official, along with any other matters as specifically identified by motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G1 through 8. Unless specifically stated otherwise during executive session, matters discussed in executive session are designated by the county commissioners as confidential because the confidentiality of such matters is necessary for the proper conduct of government, business. Any disclosure outside of executive session is prohibited by Ohio Revised Code 102.03B. While in executive session, the county commissioners may discuss and deliberate on the matters at issue, but no votes may be taken until the open session resumes.
Move to approve the personnel summary sheet?
You're not doing those today, sorry.
I'll second that.
They got pulled.
Oh.
Should we post that?
About that thing?
Here, post that.
That's what Cecilia told me.
There were some additions on the back side
Oh,
of it,
she's-
not the whole thing. So we're doing the
Well,
first
right
one.
now, we're in discussion in
Yeah.
regards to personnel summary sheet. There's a motion and a second, and Teresa's putting it up on the screen.
You see?
Okay.
Any further discussion on it? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Should we
Yeah,
revisit the bills?
Yeah, because
He
she
just went
said
so
they were all,
So Victor had, I think Victor had, yeah, so there are 4 pages. Initially, there were several other pages, but those are the ones that were pulled until Friday, so.
Do we have a reason?
No, they're, those JFS travel ones, we're still working through a process. All those individual pages, we're looking to consolidate those ones. So that's, no, there's no other reason other than just we're operationally, procedurally, we're working on formatting those ones properly,
Okay.
so, yeah.
So
So
we'll-
the first 4 pages that you guys have, nothing's changed with what you guys have.
sorry,
Okay, so we have 4 pages of this?
yes.
The bills. Casey, you were in my office 20 minutes ago. When did this happen?
Oh, that happened before you guys even got it, like, the draft that you guys have, you should only have the 4 pages.
Right.
Yeah, and that's it. This, we made the decision to withhold the other ones early this morning.
Well, sorry, that was my clarification, because she
it's
came in,
good.
she said, we have no bills. She put these up and said we had no bills, so I just took it as we
So
have no
there's
bills.
Miscommunication between myself and Cecilia,
Well,
so.
just because I see signatures on it, so we're not voting on anything to do with bills until Friday, is what you're telling me?
No, you're doing the
Just
report.
the
We are
4
doing-
front pages.
Oh my God.
Okay,
So those 4.
But that's what I had.
we're gonna blame this on the eclipse.
Okay,
I like that.
okay.
But like I just said, she just came in and said, we have no bills today. I said, okay. So I never
Okay,
looked
so
at
we're
your
back
packages,
We are
yes.
now back revisiting number 7.
Yes, sorry.
Gotcha, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, with you.
And we have 4 pages. The first 2 are the general fund. And we have page 2, there we go. Page 3 starts the special revenue funds. Page 4. Okay. Motion to approve the bills as presented.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
C, public comment on agenda items.
There is none?
There are none? Okay.
No.
Is there any old business?
I would just like to post on the, we got our first post this morning from Dave Friedman and EMA and his summary of how things were. So for the public record, I would like to just put that out there that he did give us a postmortem this morning and the county did well yesterday. And drone surveillance indicated that most of the places were not as busy or congested as they had anticipated. Thank you.
Board business, number 9, approve and waive the reading of the County Commissioners meeting minutes of March 26th and 29th.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
yes,
Number 10, amend Resolution 23-562 adopted August 8th of 23, entering an agreement with Future IQ Inc., Minneapolis, Minnesota, to facilitate and develop a strategic plan for Lorain County, Ohio. Said amendment is to modify the original statement of work to include assistance with the organization, promotion, and follow-up work for the 6-pillar discussion meetings that will be held through April through June of 2024. There are no additional funds required.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Yes, this is just for the public benefit. We're going to have Future IQ do some additional work. They came in under budget on the first phase, and they did such a good job at it that it was the recommendation of Mr. Greenspan that we actually engage them to help us with the transition from the first phase into starting the second phase. And so help guide us through there to make sure we stay on track. But again, there are no additional funds required. But this is an expansion of their engagement.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
yes,
Number 11, adjust the salary of the new bailiff, Buddy Byers, Avon Lake Court employee, which reflects the county's 2/5 share, which is effective April 29th of 24 at biweekly rate of $839.65.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
yes,
Sanitary engineer advertised for bids for the Forest View Street sanitary sewer extension in Columbia Township. Project consists of installing 1,964 linear feet of 10-inch sanitary sewer along the entire length of Forest View Street. Cost estimate for the project is $486,300, and funding will be made available through a member community infrastructure program grant through Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District and Lorain County Sanitary Engineer. Publication will be in the Chronicle on April 22nd and 29th and open at 2 p.m. on May 9th.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
yes,
Workforce Development 13, authorize a joint research agreement between ACT Inc. and Lorain County Workforce Development Agency to receive $100,000 to participate in the Work Ready Communities Pathways to Success project. WDA is one of the 3 certified Work Ready communities in the United States. Authorized director to execute said agreement on behalf of the board with the prosecutor's approval as to form, effective retroactive to April 1st, 2024 through December 31st of 2025.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Teresa, did they designate the source of the funds for this? Is this going to come out of existing workforce development funding?
No, this is a grant that they're receiving.
Oh, this is a grant they're applying for? Okay, there's no match then. Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
yes,
Under the engineer 14, approve various change orders with Fetchco Excavating LLC in the amount of $416,321.13 for Sandstone Parkway Phase 1 project in Amherst Township. Total contract amount is $5,542,257.80. Change orders are associated with additional payment stabilization and electric and gas installation, which will be paid from the Q Construction account.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
yes,
15, executing agreement between the State of Ohio, Department of Transportation, and Lorain County for roadway improvements to State Route 58, Amherst Township. Engineer currently working with Bromhill Engineering to finalize the construction documents for the extension of the Sandstone Parkway to State Route 58. Rich requires construction within the right-of-way of State Route 58, which is under the jurisdiction of ODOT.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Bob, do you have anything to add, or?
No, this is just a standard ODOT agreement that we need in order to work in the right of way.
Okay.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
yes,
Under Mars, 16, request Lorain County Auditor pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 340 and 5705.221 to certify the Lorain County Board of Commissioners the total current tax valuation and the dollar amount of revenue that would be generated by 1.2 mills for 10 years for the support of the Mental Health, Addiction, and Recovery Services Board of Lorain County. Renewal levy to be placed on the November 5th, 2024 ballot for the entire territory of the County of Lorain, County, Ohio.
Move to approve?
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Hahn,
Yes.
Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
County Administrator's update.
Good evening, Commissioners. You get the Deputy Administrator first. So just a few items we've been working on the last couple of weeks. We did have an opportunity to visit the Airport District Office in Romulus, Michigan last Thursday. It was a nice visit. It was a little long of a car ride there and back, but we were able to provide them with an update with regards to construction projects that are upcoming at our airport this year. We've got resurfacing of our runway, also some taxiway work, and main apron work. Segment of circle lights, new LED lights on the runways, so there's some pretty exciting construction projects happening at the airport this year. We were also able to provide them with an update on our master plan, so we provided a draft scope of work for them to review. Hopefully we'll move that process along a little quicker now that we've got that out of the way. We've also been meeting with architect Eric Ratz and the jail leadership with the schematic designs at the jail. We meet with them every other week. And we've made a lot of progress, and I did remind them today of our timeline and what our end goal is as far as getting this information back to the commissioners in time to have our public hearings. Also, we've been meeting on a regular basis with MCM, and we've had some working group discussions on tower construction and the new consoles at 911. In fact, this morning, they assured us that they have, what did they say, 60%? 70% of all the consoles, pieces and parts and necessary hardware, equipment, already in their warehouse, and they checked on the schedule, and they will have the remaining pieces and parts by June. So we're hoping to have the consoles installed at 911 by the end of June or 1st of July. And I guess that concludes my report, with one exception. You were talking about the birds and the eclipse a little earlier. And one of my girlfriends, and yes, I do have friends, mentioned to me that they saw the bats come out. So after the moon covered the sun, then the bats came up out of the trees. So they thought it was nighttime, so it was time for them to come back out. So I just thought that was a little comment that we could share. And that concludes my report.
Top that, Mr. Armbruster.
I can't. I don't have anything other but birds and bats, but I didn't see any of it. We were up in the garage watching it. There was a few of us that were here yesterday and keep the office open, and I really appreciate the fact that they did come to work, and we're here for the residents that did call. The ones that didn't recognize that we actually had an eclipse, and it got dark yesterday afternoon at 3:10 or 3:12. But to add to the FAA trip to Detroit, we did have a further conversation with regards to the release of the non-aviation land. There was very positive comments on their part. Karen is putting together more information for them to take in consideration. I'm looking forward to having that land released very soon, and I don't see it not being released. I think that they're going to work with us and work through the process. And thanks to Karen, because she's had a relationship with the FAA and Stephanie up there that I'm not sure Stephanie likes me as much as she does Karen, but with Karen there, it really has helped and the relationship, and thank God she has that relationship, and we're building one through beyond that right now. We continue to work with Raftellus, AECom, and the entire group with Lou McMahon to get the 6119 over to the Common Pleas Court to be approved through the process of the, it's not long, it could be short. We don't see any negatives at this point with the formation of the 6119. Corey Timken and I are going out to meet with the mayor of Vermillion again. He has some questions with regards to that. We're going to do that this Friday to keep them into the loop of what's going on. So the 6119 formation continues to grow. And actually, from what I understand, at this point, even Oberlin is thinking about possibilities of at least getting more information on the process and seeing whether they could come in. They've got some issues out there they need to deal with, and it might be something that they might be interested in. So this is growing rather than the snowball. The weather might be getting warmer, but the snowball continues to gather snow, and it's getting larger rather than smaller as we go into spring and summer. This past week, Tuskegee Airman, Lieutenant Farrier H. White, actually was honored, and a street, Maple Street, was renamed after him. Jacob Smith invited us to come over to celebrate that renaming of the street. It was the coldest day you can imagine on Thursday, and the wind was howling through there, and there was his Tuskegee Airman White, his sister was there, was 90 years old, and she was obviously in a wheelchair. Not obviously, but she wasn't in a wheelchair, and what a trooper. That great ceremony. Thank my hats off to the Veterans Administration and Mayor Brubaker and Pianowski for seeing us through that, and the City Council of Elyria. That Tuskegee Airmen were very important to our war that we fought and they did just a great job. And then I got an opportunity to actually go out with Don Romancic. We went out to the Brill Farm out on Pitts Road. Originally, I thought I was going to North Ridgeville, Commissioner Riddell, but I actually was going to Pitts Road in the county, in the township. So we trekked out there and got in a four-wheeler and went back and actually saw the Black River, and smaller than I've ever seen it. But I'm telling you, it kind of wound its way through and actually took probably 25, 30 feet of a field out. And Bob and his team, Bob Kleiber and the engineers, are going to go out there and clear that, get that cleared out and see if we can't get it straightened out so it's not going to take that field completely out. I think if it rains anymore, we actually could have a shortcut as it cutting through the field. But it was interesting to be out there. And finally, we've been talking about NeoGov. Karen is putting together the final group, and we need Dan, I think the organization that's over there, the recommendation, we need to have you get through the contract. I know that you just got it probably about a week or so ago, and if we can get through that contract on NeoGov, then we can offer core HR, time and attendance in the cloud, benefits, recruiting, and onboarding software packages to everyone that would choose to go on it and use it within the county and have logins to do so. And I think that we can work this out, and no necessity of an actual time clock. It's cloud-based. We're certainly working with the prosecutor's office through that process, and look forward to being able to offer this to everyone within the county, not only the county administration, but beyond that to others as a package using NeoGov. It does have a bridge to ADP. At this point, we have not asked them for that. We don't want to get in a situation like we were with ADP where we couldn't connect. So we're looking forward to bringing NeoGov on board and getting us into the 2024 rather than doing it with an abacus, I'll say, or a green hat. That concludes my report. A tablet and chipper.
Chisel.
Chisel?
I have nothing for correspondence.
Move to suspend the reading of the board correspondence.
Move to waive the reading.
Waive the reading.
I'll second moving,
The waiving.
waiving of the board correspondence.
Discussion.
I just want to make folks available that the list is usually extensive, listing all the correspondence that comes directly officially to the board. And if anybody has any desire to understand who's sending us correspondence and for what reason, the list is included in our agenda and it's on the website. And each correspondence gives a few words to explain what it's about. So we waive the reading in the interest of time. However, that information is readily available to anybody and can get further information by simply requesting it. Thank you.
Commissioner Riddell.
All right.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes, I did have a discussion point, though. You went so fast on me. Teresa,
Sorry.
did you want to give an update on the t-shirts you have left? For
Oh,
the-
there's plenty of t-shirts. The Lorain County's 200 by Centennial t-shirts are in my office. They're $10. Small, medium, large, extra large, double X. So come get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want. And then celebrate with us on May 24th.
Wonderful.
There you go. Thank you. New business. Any? No?
No?
Public comment.
Public comment, Michael DiCarlo, you were very patient at our last meeting with the ditch hearing, and I noticed you had to leave early. I assumed we reached your stamina level, so I'm going to let you go first tonight.
Appreciate that, Mr. President. Michael DiCarlo, 320 Alberta, Vermilion. Yeah, I did come last time to speak here on this. Specifically, we're talking about sewers, and this is kind of like poop to me, realistically. So, Mr. Attorney, on the Ohio Revised Code 101.7 is lobbying. In the newspaper, in the Chronicle, published on March 2nd, 2024, the fire chiefs endorse Hunk Spears. They're actively involved in politicking. That there's a separation of this. These cats fly their own flag now with the red flag on it, not the one over here. Oops. Would prefer the flag actually that's in the House of Representatives instead of the one back here, as it doesn't have gold fringe around it. They mean different things, and they have various different meanings. The reason I come with this, Mr. President, like this is, I'm a retired submariner, all right? And we have questioning attitude and we display ownership. That is what we do, all right? And it's part of what I am, what I become in my life. The question regarding that lobbying is that everything's written in the minutes already. And if you review the minutes, and it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. And just to draw your attention to it. I don't know what we can do about it, but I imagine it's been going on for a long time until somebody stood up and said, hey, could this be qualified as lobbying? That's what I'm doing. Hey, could this be qualified as lobbying? And in that, sir, I'll leave you three things. Oh, no, 6119, why I keep on working that. It's government digging ditches. It's the government putting infrastructure in the ditches that it's dug, and it, in essence, is shoveling it uphill. What's not to like about that? Right?
There's your motto, Jeff.
And three other things. There's nothing new under the sun. There are more airplanes on the bottom of the ocean than there are submarines in the sky. And Epstein didn't hang himself. And other than that, the special revenue fund that we have that was displayed on the here, is that a different way of saying civil asset forfeiture? And if it is, can we change that? That process, the civil asset forfeiture process.
We will take those questions up.
Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you, Michael.
Have a great day.
Aiden Fogel.
All right, I got a couple of three things here. I want to address Assistant Prosecutor Dan Petticourt's handling of the Lorain County Police and Fire Chief's motion for injunctive relief and request for ex parte restraining order. First and probably most problematic is why you acted contrary to law and requested authorization for funds to pay outside legal counsel when you had already exceeded the annual legal limit as set forth in the Ohio Revised Code by as much as $600,000 or $700,000. Instead of following the law and handling this yourself, you gave Dave's house counsel free rein to play their games and secure a $100,000 bond that effectively blocked the Chiefs Association's attempt for a 2-week stay in order to try and find some slither of humanity in Dave and Jeff, which I knew all along didn't exist. So you hand-delivered a dismissal that would have come anyhow from an acting judge who would have been the bad guy, and you made the first responder community believe that your boss, J.D. Tomlinson, had somehow turned against him. J.D. trusted you to do your job and represent the Board of Commissioners as provided by statutory authority. The language in that authority was mandatory and prohibited you from spending more than the prosecutor's annual salary for the year. Why is it so hard for you to say no to these two tyrants? Is it the generous campaign donations that Dave and his staff have given you, or does it run deeper than that? I was talking to someone about this situation last week, true story, and they asked me if I thought your opponent, Giovanna Bremke, was capable of litigating complex cases. My response was, she's never said she couldn't. Attorney Petticord, you have said several times on the record that you can't. Enough is enough. Stop playing games with people's lives and sabotaging all of the progress that JD and the rest of his staff have worked so hard to accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you. And lastly for the evening, Mike. I appreciate you knowing who I'm calling so that I don't embarrass myself with your last name.
That's okay. I'm still waiting for somebody to teach me how to say it. For a while, I've been in Florida, and I have given you numerous health benefits. And I picked stones because I kept running into people in Florida who were suffering from bladder stones, gallstones, and kidney stones. So I gave you a listing of the substances, and I forgot to put calcium down. I should have put that, because in the bladder, the gall, and kidney, stones develop, and they're from dehydration. These are substances that dehydrate the body. Some of my friends who are suffering from stones right now, their doctors told them to drink water, and now they need medical machines to break up the stones. Those are expensive, they're painful. And I put down the recommendation of what I'm doing to avoid those stones, because I don't want them. And this will be the last presentation I make for quite a while, because I plan to be talking with Mike Adams, and I also hope to give all the information to the Cuyahoga County Commissioners, their district attorney or assistant, whoever's there with them, and all the same information I've been giving you. So thank you. And if anybody still wants to look at the books that would revolutionize medicine all over the planet, I've got them sitting there. You can take pictures and be very easy to look up. I bought them either at Borders Bookstore or Barnes & Noble's bookstore. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
That's it. Move to adjourn.
Second?
Commissioner Riddell, Commissioner Hung, Commissioner
Yes, I
Moore.
was just going with what he
I
was doing.
know.
I was just rolling with it.
All right. You guys want to sign this, and I can go get another copy of that proclamation.
Okay.
I am. I'm gonna go get it now. I'm gonna print a new one out.
Oh, because he just signed it wrong. It wasn't, okay.
We can still present it and take a picture of it.
When Michelle was talking, I thought there was a typo in it.
No, no.
No, do it now.
I mean, we could still present it and take a picture.
I'll be right back.
Okay,
Yes.
whatever you wanna do.
And for those that
Well,
like
she's
to,
already made the executive decision.
and for those that would like to have the photo taken with the proclamation, we're in the process of correcting an error that the president of the board made, and we'll have a new one printed here in just a minute.